United States. Tesla CEO plans to double the company's vehicle output in the US within 2 years, calling faith in America and crediting President Trump's policies. The announcement was made alongside Trump at the White House. Several Tesla vehicles, including a red, white and blue Cybertruck, were displayed outside the White House following a recent stock decline. Tesla's shares rebounded by over 5% despite ongoing protests and vandalism targeting Musk's political. Tesla dealerships and vehicles, Musk remains in production. Here's what Trump.
When you look at the market selling off, that didn't concern you, and where do you see it going?
Doesn't concern me. I think some people are going to make great deals by buying stocks and bonds and all the things they're buying. I think we're going to have an economy that's a real economy, not a fake economy.
Yesterday, Romanian far-right politician Galan Georgescu lost an appeal against a ruling that barred him from standing in the country's rerun presidential election. Georgescu rose to prominence after unexpectedly topping the first round of voting in November. But his candidacy was annulled due to allegations of Russian interference and manipulation via social media. Following the unanimous rejection of his appeal by the Constitutional Court, Georgescu urged his supporters to protest peacefully, although clashes between protesters and police resulted in injuries. Prime Minister Marcel Cohen welcomed the decision, while far-right leader George Simon criticized the ruling. Analysts suggest Georgescu's popularity reflects widespread resentment towards the political establishment. Here's what Galan Georgescu had said.
Iar după tot ce s-a întâmplat azi la Curtea Constituțională, de altfel în ultimele luni, vă spun că voi rămâne în semnalul meu pentru libertate, democrație, pace și demnitate. Dacă doriți să susțineți orice persoană prin semnarea unor noi liste de candidatură, vă rog să o faceți cum vă dictează conștiința. Pare că în aceea și libertatea își dau ultima suflare și de aceea au nevoie mai mult ca oricând să arătăm democratic și în pace că alegerea noastră contează până în ultimul moment.
We now move back to the United States as tariffs on steel and aluminium have now officially come into effect. The tariffs mean that US businesses wanting to bring the metals into the country will have to pay a 25% tax on them. The American Iron and Steel Institute, a group representing US steelmakers, welcome the tariffs. The group is saying that they will create jobs and boost domestic steel manufacturing. Australia faces a 25% US tariff after Donald Trump rejected calls for exemptions. Despite strong lobbying, Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese called the move unjustified and not warning it undermines the 70-year between the two nations. Confirmed no country would, with Trump's America prioritizing domestics. Meanwhile, Trump's sudden tariffs on Canadian metals sent to market turmoil before being rolled back, wiping 5 from US single day. Now let's take a listen to what both leaders had.
Such a decision administration is entirely unjustified. It is against the spirit of our two-nation friendship and fundamentally at odds. Our economic partnership has years.
The Ontario giving you his decision charge, and you said, will you make the tariffs on Canada?
But probably so, yeah.
Markets fell sharply on Tuesday amid a downturn in the US economy as US President Donald Trump interfered with major trade partners. According to CNN, rule out a possible US recession has unsettled Wall Street investors. Now those fears are spreading across. Japan's benchmark Nikkei 225 dropped nearly 3%. It later recovered most of those losses, closing 0.6% lower. South Korea's as much as 2.5% and ended the day down 1.3%. NewsX also saw steep losses, closing nearly 3% down. Hong Kong's Hang Seng index closed flat. Japanese tech giants like Sony and high-tech dropped more than 4.5% in the morning and closed over 5% lower. SoftBank slumped 4.3% by the end of the day. Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, the world's largest, ended more than 3% down. Apple supplier Foxconn closed nearly 3%. According to reports, all the gains made by the three since Trump's election have now been erased.